Hi, welcome to this Physionic Extract, where I'll be showing you a bit of data on how Klotho, the protein Klotho, or the genetic expression of Klotho, has a positive impact on cognition.
Learn Your Body, a science-based education.
So this particular research comes out of a paper that I fully dissected. I've got my notes linked to this particular piece of content, so I certainly encourage that you check that out because it will have information in there that I will not be covering in this content, as well as the study, so you can check that out for yourself and make your own conclusions out of that information. Now, with that said, this was a study that looked at humans as well as mice, and they wanted to figure out if you overexpress or if you have higher levels of this Klotho protein in serum, meaning in the bloodstream, then does that confer some sort of benefit on cognition, our ability to think, our intelligence, things of that nature, just anything that's related to a healthier brain or healthier ability to remember and fight off dementia. And it seems that in individuals that have a mutation that leads them to have increased expression of Klotho, so they increase the amount of the circulating protein, those individuals have a higher score on a particular cognitive test compared to normal individuals. So people who don't express abnormally high levels of Klotho, although they do express some levels of Klotho. So this comparison shows a correlation with higher levels of Klotho leading to higher levels of cognitive ability. Now, this is not causative. Now, interestingly, this effect also stands by over time. So with aged individuals, the effect that Klotho, the correlation there between Klotho and better cognition, seems to stick around. So if you're 60 years old, 70 years old, 80 years old, that seems to have a protective effect, at least based off of this associative data. But then they wanted to confirm some of that information in mice, so that's what they did. So they did a series of different cognitive tests, and I'm only going to be reporting on one of them, but again, certainly check out my notes where I talk about some of the others as well as the study itself. And in this cognitive test, they placed mice in a water bath, and in that water bath they had a particular plate that the mice had to swim to then climb on that plate and be able to rest. And they were essentially trained in this water bath, and then eventually they were taken out for a period of time, and then they were reintroduced without the particular cues that they were taught. And then what they wanted to know is how long it would take these mice to remember where the plate was. So what they found is that there was a substantial gap between mice that overexpressed Klotho, so they had higher levels of Klotho compared to wild-type mice or normal mice that express the normal amounts of Klotho. So there you're getting a better indication, not just necessarily just looking at a human population, but looking at controlling of all kinds of different variables and then overexpressing this one particular protein. So in mice and in humans, you're seeing at least a strong correlation between the overexpression or the higher amount of this Klotho protein compared to normal individuals, and a heightened level of cognition and learning and ability to maintain cognitive health. So really, really interesting research here, certainly. So hopefully you found this informative, and with that said, I hope that I have the pleasure of speaking with you in the next one. Have a good one, guys. See ya.